Hey, Blake and Dom here, and it's time for
You're Dom,
our
I'm Blake.
Defective update. I said it's Blake and Dom here.
I know.
That's two people. There's two of us. It works
Let's
out.
go.
And this is the Defective update for January
February?
2012.
Not January.
Oh, not January.
February.
February.
Right,
I got
start
that
us
wrong.
off, Dominic.
Right. Metro: The Last Light delayed until 2013.
Until.
Yes, which we presume is the sequel to Metro 2033.
The PC game. I don't know if it
But
was
we're
on
not,
Xbox.
we're not
though.
quite sure.
Might have been on Xbox.
Um,
BioWare have said to keep your Mass Effect 3 saves because they might come in
that's who
handy
I
in the
was
next
thinking
game.
of. BioWare. So basically, there's going to be another Mass Effect,
Yeah.
or something similar that requires a Mass Effect save.
Well, maybe I don't know because
Maybe a side story or
couldn't you
something.
use Dragon Age save in Mass Effect to do something?
I don't know.
Or am I just making that up?
Probably making it up.
Anyway,
Darksiders 2 is coming in June. There's no set date, but it's coming.
June 2012.
Games of Thrones dated for May 2012, which, as I gather from you, was a TV program.
Yeah, and it's been made into a game. It looks quite good. I've seen like one episode, and it was awesome.
All right.
They had like these weird dog, wolf, wild, massive giant things.
Right. Okay. Twisted Metal delayed in Europe because basically they're cutting all the.
They're cutting all the poo off.
Well, no, not all the poo, all the good bits.
Yeah, all the good bits off, and then we're not getting Twisted Metal Black either.
Which basically means we have to wait for ages
Yeah.
to get a worse game and pay the same amount of money for it.
Yeah.
Medal of Honor sequel. The Medal of Honor that came out in 2011 is having a sequel.
2011 was it?
Yeah, it was last year, wasn't it?
No, it's 2010.
Was it 2010?
I thought it was 2010.
I don't know.
What's it called again?
But the new one is
Warfighter.
Warfighter. Medal of Honor Warfighter is its sequel. And
Sequel?
and it'll be coming out when? Have we got it down for?
October.
October, is it? Is it October?
October this year.
Alright, October this year.
Rockstar San Diego is working on a new open world game. According to the job advertisements by the studio, there's been speculation that it will be a new Red
Dead Redemption, which would be nice. I did enjoy that game. Very good game.
Before Naughty Dog, I actually can't.
Right,
speak.
you are chatting some rubbish.
Before Naughty Dog started making
The Last of
Us, they actually were thinking of making another Jack and Daxter game, which I think I might have actually preferred another Jack and Daxter game.
But The Last of Us does look good.
Yeah, I know, but I think it would have been better for Jack and Daxter than The Last of Us.
Yeah, but I've never played a Jack and Daxter.
That's because you're weird.
No, it's because I don't play kiddies games.
They're not kids' games, for God's sake.
Right, have we done that? More Uncharted 3 DLC, which is basically Uncharted 2 maps.
Yeah.
The Jack and Daxter collection has come to the PlayStation Network
Store. £12 each, or 13, and then 30 for all of them.
The PlayStation Network is no more. It's now a Sony Entertainment Network account, which basically means all the services that Sony provide now under one login, like master account.
Oh, because I actually didn't know what that meant, that they were changing it.
No, it was a bit. They made it sound like there was a big important changes going on.
Good news for Batman Arkham City, as it ships 6 million units this month.
Yeah.
Well, February.
Yeah, it deserves it apparently, according to you.
Well, it does. But you haven't even played yours, so...
No,
You should play it, like today, when you go home.
no.
Okay. The next Call of Duty game will feature meaningful innovation.
In quotes. So
In quote marks.
they've actually given in with people saying you haven't done anything and gone, yes, okay, we copy and pasted the entire game. We are now going to actually do something.
Like the COD 4 building in Modern Warfare 2.
It's
No, Modern Warfare 3. I mean.
yeah, it's an Easter egg. No, it's not.
You're just lazy.
It's meaningful innovations. What every game should
Does
have.
that mean that the campaign's going to be longer than 10 minutes?
And maybe the online will have aliens and sausage guns.
Epic.
But I doubt it. It'll probably be exactly the same, and they'll colour something in differently and say, look, we changed it. I used a crayon on that bit.
Black Ops was voted the best game ending of all time, which is a complete joke, and I don't want to talk about it because it's poo. It makes no sense.
No one remembers that bloody... Oh, it's just rubbish. How can... Oh,
child's play.
Far Cry 3, September 7th, 2012. Write it down in your diary.
Books.
Whatever, yeah, write it down.
Whatever you're reading at the moment.
Yeah, write it down. Put it somewhere. Go on play.com or any other purchasing website, not to give them any credit for anything, and pre-order it on your preferred console, which should be PC.
/
Well, console. Yeah.
And it's got a release date trailer.
Yes,
that's what announced the release date, the new trailer, which is on our site. We did a nice little
guided tour through the trailer.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed 3 is coming in October.
No one cares.
It obviously shows how much effort they put into those games.
How many did they plunge out in a year?
It's
2?
like 3 in a year now, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah. 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations.
They'll come out within a year?
Like, basically, yeah.
I don't think Revelations came out. I swear it's just Brotherhood and Assassin's Creed 2 came out within a year of each other.
Well, I don't know.
Within the same year.
But it's all just like, right, okay. Guild Wars 2 is coming to consoles, and beta testing starts between April and March, which we presume will just be for PC versions.
Yeah, I can't see the beta coming to console, to be honest.
No.
Homefront Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, so they're trying to rebrand the same shit game.
They're going to give you the 1 pack of DLC with
and sell it again. No one buy that game.
Never Dead DLC was released. Whatever. I don't know much about that game apart from you can roll around with your head.
And apparently can't die.
Yeah, it doesn't look that great. The new Borderlands 2 trailer.
Oh
my god.
Trailer
comes out.
The problem is here, we've done this 3 times now, and the computer keeps just...
It's the program. It better be recorded now, as I'm actually going to destroy it.
It just keeps failing. So that's why we don't sound very enthusiastic.
Yeah, because this is the 3rd time. Anyway, the Borderlands 2 trailer comes out with a September 18th North America release date and a September 21st in Europe release date.
Street Fighter X Tekken coming to the Vita this autumn with a dozen extra fighters.
A dozen is 12.
Unless you're a baker, which is 13.
Yeah.
Because you can fit 13 buns in an oven.
It's not as funny the second time.
No, it's not. Oh dear.
The Bionic Commando Dev, which is the name. Well, the name of the company is Grin, and they had a Streets of Rage and Strider remake on the way, and then they got closed down. That's why they're not making it anymore, because it got closed down.
But they might be.
No, they're not. They're getting closed down.
Had them in the pipeline.
Yeah.
Oh.
Azura's Wrath gets 2 points. Oh, fucking hell. This is stupid. 2 post-launch DLC packs and 1 with Ryu, who is the guy from Street Fighter.
We think. We've had this conversation 3 times now. We think it might be. The PlayStation Vita lands on Earth, according to this.
Yeah.
You've just got lands.
Yeah.
It took off from Japan, and it finally touched down on the 22nd of February. And it's out in the UK now.
Was it Wednesday? Wasn't it?
I don't know. Was it a Wednesday?
Don't know. Anyway, moving on. So, I don't know. I don't even know why I wrote that bit. But basically, they've announced the Call of Duty title is coming out for the Vita, which is going to be a whole new title.
Innovative, meaningful innovations. But basically, they've just copied it, put it on Portal, and gone, look, it's new. You play it on a portable console.
Crytek are working on a new project of EA. People think it might be Crysis 3, but I hope it's not. I hope they start a new thing.
Yeah, some sort of new...
Because Crysis 2 wasn't as good as the first one. I don't know how, but it just wasn't.
I just think they should start something new. Far Cry 3 trailer. This is the second trailer. It shows you tripping balls on shrooms, as you have it written down here.
Yeah.
Basically, you meet some random scientist and he gives you some...
No, he makes...
Oh, yeah, he goes to get to the cave, and then basically things start
shrooms.
Changing colours, and... It would be fun if you can do that in game.
I hope it's not just for the trailer. You can actually do that. And like the the shrooms all like popping up,
Yeah.
like bubbles, aren't
Yeah,
they?
it's
quite
awesome.
good. Treyarch and Infinity Ward are collaborating on future Call of Duties.
So
We have too much Call of Duty news in this. We've already
So
had
after
3 bits of news
after
for Call of Duty.
after Black Ops next one and Modern Warfare next one, they'll be getting together, coming up and copy and pasting the last game.
Yeah.
And
I hope it's the last game. The very last
what Call of Duty ever.
Yeah.
That would be nice. It's not going to happen though, is it?
No.
They're making
there's
way
so
too
many
much money.
fanboys out there. It's ridiculous.
If you play Call of Duty more than like an hour a day, then go cry. Just go like climb in a hole and die.
Gosh. Anyway, there's an enormous Battlefield 3 patch that came out, which I didn't even bother writing any of the details down because it's so massive
Yeah.
that it would have just taken like all day. It's like
We
5
could- yeah,
pages.
We could have read
4
it all
pages.
out, but no.
Well, I could have copied it. I'm not going to write it out. What do you take me for?
No, I mean we could have spoken the whole. We could have done the news and just said everything that was going to happen, but we would be here for years.
Yeah.
It's basically, think of it as if the game you've got now is a beta, and there's like
Well, no, it's been patched now, hasn't it? Well, I don't know actually.
it's not been done yet because
Is it not?
I don't think so.
Well, yeah.
But
the patch is detailed. I don't know if it's out. Don't.
but it's just like going from a beta to a finalised game. That's how many changes there
From the
are.
look of it, yeah.
Well,
Killzone 3 multiplayer. Just the multiplayer comes to the PlayStation Store as a free standalone game, which makes no sense because it's capped, and to
unlock
purchase
it, yeah.
the whole online is £12 when you can get the actual game for £6 now. So
Yeah,
that's stupid.
with the single player on disc.
Jet Set Radio is getting a HD remake, which I'd like to say thanks to Cool Dust for bringing this to light, as I just completely scrolled over it because I hadn't heard of it before and I thought it was just some random old game, but it actually looks really good. It's a rollerblade cell shaded game like Tony Hawk's, and
The
my
original.
throat is hurting now.
Right, would you like me to take over now?
Yes.
Dead Space 3 could be an FPS according to... Oh, you're going to have to do this one. Visceral Games job listings. So obviously they've put some listing ups for people with experience in first person.
Why would they make
shooters.
it first person automatically? That's
Dunno.
like Uncharted suddenly becoming first person.
Could be done.
Yeah, but it's stupid.
Well, maybe they've got a whole new way that Dead Space 3 is going to go. Maybe it's going to be it's going to have innovative...
Stuff.
Yeah. Mass Effect 3 Space Edition will actually be launched from space, and it's going to kill people.
They're going to drop it in capsules.
Yeah, they're going to drop them from space. They're going to
I
come
made
down.
that
They're going
up.
to smash.
I just made that up, by the way.
No, you didn't.
They're not going to drop it in capsules.
They're going to smash through roofs. They're going to hit
They're going to
people
have
walking down.
parachutes.
They're going to have people walking down the road killed by Mass Effect
Could you imagine
3.
that? Just walking to college in the morning.
Someone walking in
some
front of
massive
you.
disc fly out the sky and chop someone's face off.
And I mean, if they've got it on a parachute, right, they drop it from space over America. By the time the wind's got it, it's then in Iraq or Afghanistan. It lands. What are they going to do
Isn't
with
that
it there?
like halfway around the other side of the world?
There is a lot of wind. And
Fair enough.
you've got to track it and find it. And how many people, if you're tracking it down and 50 people all turn up there and it's just lying in the floor in the middle of a field,
Yeah.
people are going to start shooting each other.
Not here. You don't get guns here.
Well, but it doesn't matter. People stab each other here.
Take their shanks.
Yeah, there's going to be like in the middle. It's not like you're going to be the only person looking for it. There's going to be like 400 people roaming around a field.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do that. But
It's a bit risky. Game and Game Station will no longer be selling EA games because of all the online passes
After SSX.
issues. Yeah,
That SSX is the last one to be sold. The last EA games to be sold in Game and Game Station.
suppose Doom 4 concept art was leaked. There was some concept art that people thought looked like Doom 4, which would be.
Have you ever played any of the Doom games? I played Doom 2.
I can't remember which one
scary.
I've played.
Sony PS4 are losing their own chip and getting an AMD processor.
So they've basically taken their old processor that they designed and chucked it out and just gone and bought one.
Yeah.
Right. So, it's just ridiculous.
Well, that's it for Defective Update, February, not January.
February 2012.
Subscribe to our channel and see you soon.
Don't forget to hit that like button.